I'm Kelli Russell. Welcome to Rapid Transformation Sessions. I'll be sharing tips and tools that help you navigate thoughts, emotions, relationships, and energy so you can enjoy being alive, as well as real unscripted sessions with people who want to experience a change in their lives. All sessions are shared with permission. Nothing here is performed or polished. Something happens in these sessions. Awareness deepens, perspectives shift, offering new possibilities, growth, expansion, and deep transformation, not just for the person in session, but for you. Let's begin. If you're freaking out in your relationships, checking your phone to see if they've texted you back, wondering if you want them more than they want you, if old patterns from childhood keep showing up and you want to move through relationships knowing you're worthy, you're lovable, you're a catch, this is for you. I'm guiding a 6-week online secure attachment transformation group starting February 20th. It's on Fridays from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific time. And this group helps you build security from the inside so your body feels calmer in closeness. You feel steady in uncertainty and less reactive in connection. Over 6 weeks, we work with the roots of attachment patterns, releasing stored emotional charge and building an internal sense of safety and self-trust. So relationships feel clearer, more grounded, and easier to be in. If this speaks to you, you can ask for more info at Kelli, Kelli, at rapidtransformationsessions.com. And you can sign up on my Instagram profile at Innermost Sherpa. That's INNERMOSTSHERPA. Would love to have you there. Welcome to the Rapid Transformation Podcast. I have Leah with me today. Hi, Leah.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Leah wanted to work with me today about experiencing a safe, mutual, loving, and respectful romantic relationship where she can be fully herself. And I thought, boy, can a lot of people relate to this. I know a lot of people come to see me to work on this exactly. So there are a lot of people in the world that I think can benefit from this today. So thank you for your openness and being willing to share your experience out loud.
Well, of course, thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. So when I start a session, many times I like to start with a self-administered acupoint that can help either stimulate energy or start unwinding stress in the tissues that may be about a particular thing somebody's going through. So I chose one of the points today that is in the chest center. It's called Ren 17, and it promotes calmness and inner peace. And it's when somebody feels emotionally empty or disconnected, or like their heart has gone quiet after grief or burnout or disappointment. It helps reopen the chest, not just physically, but emotionally. And it allows the breath to deepen and the spirit to rise again. So it allows that emotional equilibrium that then allows us to feel safe enough to love. So the way that we find that point is to take your pinky finger at the very bottom of your breastbone. So go ahead and do that with me now. If you go too low, you'll fall into the crevice between your rib cage. So we want it exactly at the base, the bottom of your breastbone. And then put all 4 fingers together. So you got your pinky, your ring finger, your middle finger, and your index finger all in a row.
Okay.
And it's where the index finger is, that is the point we're going to use. And where the index finger is, it should fall into a little dip. Like if you feel around in that bone, it feels like a little tiny dip right there, and that's how you know you're in the right spot. And often with people, we feel a little bit tender, like you'll feel some tenderness in that spot or a little bit of inflammation. And that's usually a signifier that we're on the right point as well.
Yes,
So
I feel
if Okay, great. And for those that may be following along at home, on a man, it's almost directly in the center of the chest between 2 nipples. And on females, it might be in the middle of the breast or slightly higher or lower. You just have to feel for that dip. And then we're going to tonify and go clockwise. And it's like as if you were outside of your body as a practitioner that we're doing it to yourself. And as you look down, I'll just show you the direction of the circles. You're going to be pushing your index finger in, and then you're going to make little circles to the left. So it'll go up and around to the left and back down, up and around to the left and back down, up and around to the left and back down. The pressure is about 2.5 out of 5. So it's like about medium pressure, maybe medium edging on light. So it feels somewhere between, not feeling it at all and being way too hard. We want it like right in the middle. We're going to roll this point for 2 minutes, and then we'll hold even pressure for a minute. So for now, you can close your eyes and drop into your body and take some deep breaths and allow yourself to feel any sensations that you notice. There is no right or wrong. You're just noticing what you feel. Okay, now just hold steady, even pressure right at that point for about 1 minute. When we have steady pressure, that balances the point. And now you can release your hand from the point. And again, there is no right or wrong answer. Just curious, wondering if you noticed any sensation.
Yes, I felt fluttering, a little, um, a little above my heart area, but below my neck. I would feel a little flutter occasionally with that.
Okay. All right. Then the next thing we're going to do is a brain balancing activity. It's called cross crawls. And when scientists hook people up to electrodes, if they're stressed out about something, they'll find a lot of activity in one side of the brain. So if it's like the right side, that's very emotional. And if it's the left side, it's logical. That can be where you're spinning out, going down the rabbit hole, over mentalizing, over analyzing. So when we do an activity like I'm going to guide you through, it turns on both sides of the brain. So we have access to more. So if you're stuck in emotion, it pulls in logic. And then if you're over mentalizing, it pulls in the creativity of the right hemisphere. And then suddenly you could see a new possibility that you didn't see before. So it's really good before learning activities. If you're going to have an intense conversation with somebody, if you're going to give a presentation about something, anytime you need to feel like balanced and steady and that you're at your center, that you're feeling you're you. So the way that we do that is you're going to hold out your arms like goal posts, and then you're going to lift one leg and tap your thigh with your opposite hand, and then open the arms like goalposts. And lift the other leg and tap that thigh with the opposite hand. And for those that are, doing this at home, you can do this lying on your back. You can do it standing up. You can do it sitting down. It doesn't matter. You're getting opposite hand, opposite thigh, opposite hand, opposite thigh. Now, keeping your chin forward, just with your eyeballs, look up and to the right. And I'm going to count us down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep going. This time, though, look up and to the left. Just switch the eye gaze. Keep your face, your chin forward. Just the eyeballs look up and to the left. And I'll count us from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just relax. Just take a few regular breaths. So now it's like becoming a little bit superhuman. It's like both sides activated, ready to go. We're going to set our intention. So close your eyes, and I'll begin with setting our intention for what I'd like to bring to this space. That we put our highest selves, our wisdom self, our superconscious in charge. And whatever is your highest power, everything we do is for your best and highest overall good, to get the most enjoyment, the most fulfillment out of life. And for you, that means finding a beautiful, safe, mutual, loving, respectful, romantic relationship where you can be fully yourself, to be safe and open to receive love. So we ask to create powerful, positive, meaningful, noticeable changes that are assimilated with ease and grace. And we'll add gratitude. I'm grateful and thankful that we can do this together. Well, if you would like to silently or out loud share any personal prayer or intention, you can set that now. And once it feels complete, you'll just say, okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's keep our eyes closed. So we're going to open up a liminal space. That translates to an in-between place, like a hallway between two rooms. The way you and I will do it is like a metaphysical field of energy, like a quantum field. And in this space, we can see visuals of the amazing life you're creating. Perhaps receive a message about the amazing life relationship you're creating. Things don't have to take months or years in this quantum sphere. It's like stepping into a new lifeline where this is the case. So let's just claim that now. And then open your eyes. I'm going to guide you to create a very rich neurosomatic experience of what it would be like to have this relationship, which would include like mind movies, what it would look like in your life, what it would sound like, what it would feel like, so that your system's like, oh, that's what you want? Like, well, we better hop on this train then. And the visuals can be a little bit tricky because you're like, I don't know what that looks like. And we're creating possibilities, like a mental playground. And it's really specific. Like, for example, if I wanted to go to Italy with my husband, then one of those visuals might be my husband and I are at a boutique hotel, second story. We're out on the patio. There's a little tiny table. We have some crusty Italian bread and cheese and a glass of red wine. I'm in a red dress. He's in jeans and a white linen shirt. We look at each other. Our eyes are glowing. We cheers to arriving in this beautiful place. I stand up with my hands on the railing and I look down below, and to the right, I see a restaurant where the waiter in the long black apron is putting out the candles for the night service. And then as I look to the left, there's this water fountain, and it seems like there are women that are gathered around talking about their night's plans. There's hustling and bustling at dusk as people are coming and going, getting off of work. So it's kind of like a 30-second video where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm there for like for those moments. It's such a rich experience. It's almost like a dress rehearsal. My system's like, oh wow, you were just there for a minute, you know? And in
Okay.
this space, it's just kind of like a playground. Like you might not know what this person looks like, or are they short or tall, or what color hair, or anything. It's just more like a dream, what it could be, you know? It's like a future dream reality that we're bringing closer to you. So I'm going to have us begin by closing our eyes, and I'll have you look up 20 degrees. So your eyelids are closed, but your eyeballs look up to eyebrow height. This helps you get into an alpha brain state, and that is the bridge between your subconscious and your conscious mind. That helps with visualization. It's like daydreaming, relaxation, meditation, and intuition. I'll have you do that just a little bit longer, and I'll have us envision that we're in this white space where there's no ceiling or walls or floor. It's just all white, like a field of possibility. You can allow your eyes to relax into their sockets now, keeping them closed. We'll do a total of 3 different visions. So for the first one, when you experience a safe, mutual, loving, respectful, romantic relationship where you can be fully yourself, what do you see in this first vision that shows you that this is happening? Where are you at? Who are you with? What are you doing? What's the circumstance? And you're going to describe it out loud, and I may ask you some questions about it.
I see me in a wooded area, to, sitting next or around a fire pit. And I'm sitting really close to my person. I have my head sort of on his shoulder. I'm wearing a flannel shirt. We're cozy. We have our marshmallows, a glass of wine, and we're looking up at the stars and laughing about something silly that we encountered on our drive to this place. And I have in my head, like on his shoulder, snuggled up, and I can smell the fire, the smoke from the fire. And I bring the marshmallow close to my mouth, which is a little toasty and burnt,
Mhm.
but I can feel the stringiness of the marshmallow as I take a bite, and I hand it over to him with my fingers and let him take a bite from my fingers. And again, we're just laughing and cuddling, sitting next to this warm fire with our his arm around me, and just cozy. I'm wearing some boots, some hiking boots, and I can see little limestone pebbles under my feet as we sit in what looks like a lawn chair. And we're just laughing and telling stories and sharing this marshmallow next to the fire.
Okay. Beautiful. I love how descriptive you were. That's usually very challenging, and it seems like you're an expert at that. Great job. So let's let this image fade into a million particles of golden glitter. And we're going to go back to that white liminal space of all possibility. And we'll invite in a second visual. So what else do you see? Where are you at? What's the circumstance? How do we know? And you can project way into the future. Like we have grandbabies running around. It can be the sky is the limit, whatever you want. So once you start to see it take shape, describe it to me out loud once again.
I feel we're in a like a resort, like a hotel room, but it has a balcony. And we had just had breakfast in bed, and we opened up the balcony door, which overlooked the ocean. It's overlooking the ocean. We're standing on the balcony, both of us, with our cup of coffee. And the sunrise is coming up. Everything is calm. The water is calm on the ocean. There's one person running on the beach that we're looking at. And we're just enjoying the serenity, the quiet moment of the beach, but from our balcony, from a or maybe like on the fourth floor looking down. But we're just relaxed together on this balcony with our cup of coffee and just a sense of peace. And the ocean breeze is swaying my hair lightly. And he reaches over and moves my hair behind my ear so he could see the smile on my face a little better. And we just soak in this the sunrise from our balcony with our coffee. And I can smell the salt water. And I just feel his touch on my cheek as he moves my hair.
Let that image fade into a million particles of golden glitter. And go back to that white space. And we'll start to bring in one more visual where you're in a safe, mutual, loving, respectful, romantic relationship where you can be fully yourself. What else do you see that lets you know that you have that?
I see us in a house with it's Christmas time and everything is it's got the colorful Christmas lights, the multicolored, the reds, the greens, the blues. And we have all of our family around. It, his children, my children, and our little dog. And it's Christmas morning. We're cooking pancakes for everyone and just a little, I'd say a little chaos, but not too much chaos. Um, we're listening to Christmas music. We have a record player, so we're playing old records. And he has his Santa hat on, passing out all the gifts to everyone. And it, we're all laughing and just being silly on Christmas morning.
And
Just felt
where are you like, are you sitting down? Are you standing? What do you see?
yes, or like all in the living room, sitting down. Some are sitting on the ground, Indian style. Some are sitting on the couch. Just we're all huddled together in this one living room with the Christmas tree and a record player playing
Mhm.
with some of us have like hot cocoa, some of us have our pancakes. It's just laughing and just we're all together as one in a peaceful, loving family environment.
Well, let's let that fade into a million particles of golden glitter. And for the next part, you can open your eyes. So this is more auditory. This is often something that's an internal shift, but when something happens in our life like this, other people may notice something different about us. So like your students might notice something, um, your family might notice something about you, your friends. And so if you have a relationship like this, what would you overhear other people saying about you?
People would be saying that I just have this giddy grin and I'm smiling ear to ear and just radiating um, with joy.
What would you be saying to yourself inside of your own head when you have this relationship?
I would be saying, this is wonderful and I'm just so grateful and I can't believe it is this great. In disbelief.
How would that feel described in one word?
Gratitude.
I know you felt that before in your life sometime, right?
Yes, but
Like,
not in a relationship.
yeah. Okay. So close your eyes and you'll keep your eyes closed for this next round of questions. So you're going to get into this feeling of gratitude and imagine it were because of this relationship, this wonderful relationship that you're in. So notice how that feeling might change because of that. And then tell me where in your body you feel that the most.
I feel it in my third eye, in the middle
What,
of my forehead.
what does it feel like right there?
I feel a little bit of pressure and a little tingle.
Okay. This feeling has its own color. What color is it?
Gold.
What shape is it?
It's round. Circle.
What temperature is it?
It's a little on the cool side, like a cool metal.
What texture does it have? How does it feel when you touch it?
Smooth, like I would be touching a coin.
What smell do you associate with this feeling of gratitude?
Metal.
What taste do you associate with this feeling?
Um, Sand was the first thing that came to mind.
Mhm. What about a sound?
Waves.
Go back to that feeling in your third eye, the pressure and the tingle.
Yes.
And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Sometimes when we want something to happen, it could come at a cost. Like, for example, like your work might suffer, or you don't see your friends anymore, or you're not around, your family as much. And and if we can identify what that might be and then have a strategy to overcome it, then people are 3 times more likely to actually have that happen. So let's play around with it a little bit. Like, could there be any potential downside or negative to having this relationship?
Yes. I have children
Okay.
and I feel like I can't open myself to love until they are okay, meaning I have a 17-year-old until she's finished with school
Mhm.
and I feel that she is fully an adult, that I can't open that door for that to happen.
So how are you going to manage this? What if this person showed up in your life like sooner rather than later? what are you going to do?
I feel like it's I feel like I'm ready. I can manage it and be open to it at this point.
Mhm.
I feel like it's a subconscious block.
Okay. And have you ever talked to her about it?
Yes. Hmm. I have
Has
spoken to
she
her.
expressed like a desire one way or another? Like,
Oh
don't do
yes.
it, or like,
No,
no, I want you to, or
she is ready for me to find a
oh,
significant other, and is ready for me to be happy and love.
okay.
But as the mom guilt that you have,
Yeah.
you want to make sure your children are okay before you are.
Yeah. What are some other ways you could solve for that? Like, for example, I could make sure I'm only seeing this person like once a week, so I still have like plenty of time for her, or, you know, I keep the holidays separate until we've been together for a year or something like. Are there any other things you would put into place to make sure she's getting your support and attention and
Yes, she would. I would be able to balance it out. I would
yeah.
not put all of my energy into one person. I would make sure that it is equally distributed
Mhm.
and be there for the important moments for her, her graduation, her prom.
Prioritize her important events and
Yes,
yeah, you could let that person know that too. Like, hey, I just want to make sure that I'm fully invested and there will be times where I won't be able to do this over here because I'm really want to be there for my daughter and I hope you support that, you know. So
yes.
being clear with your communication and everything. Right. Can you think of any other possible downsides to having this relationship?
Um, Possibly loving too much that I forget about self care myself.
That would be wild, huh? Be like, I can't even remember to shower. I'm so in love.
Yes,
You become all encompassed, totally engrossed in this relationship, and then you just forget about caring for yourself.
yes.
So, how would you notice if this were happening, and then what would you do to remedy it?
I'm not saying I'm not gonna take a shower. I will take a shower. Number one.
Did I take that too far?
No, it's okay. I will take a shower.
You're like, I'll remember. We'll take it together.
Taking taking on their um trying to fix a problem that is theirs.
Yeah.
That's what I'm more referring to is um I need to always make sure that I am taken care of because
Okay.
if you're not fully healed or
Yeah.
filled up with your own gas tank, I can't give to others. Balance.
So instead of over giving, I will make sure that I fill up my own energy bucket first so that I have an
Yes.
overflow to give. And yeah.
Right. Right.
Okay. Anything else we could think of there?
Mm. Will you ask the question one more time?
Yeah, like, was there another potential like negative or downside to having this relationship?
I feel like my mother, she would love for me to, she wants me to have a relationship, but I
Hmm.
feel like mm, even if it's not somebody that's local, that scares her. So the possibility that she may lose me um, physically
Yeah.
in a different location, um, that scares her, and I feel that
Okay. How
from
would you
her.
handle that?
Well, setting boundaries and letting her know that I'm an adult and I'm opening my heart to this particular person, and I will go where love calls me to go. But I will still FaceTime her. There's modalities that I still can be in connection with her,
Yeah.
physical or even if it's a distance.
Yeah. or come see her for the holiday, or she can
Mhm.
come see you perhaps, or yeah, checking in on her.
Yes.
Yeah. So even though those could be things that come up, do you still want to have this relationship?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we're going to do a little bit of breathing now. And I nicknamed it the 4 by 10 liminal power breath. Um, it's going to create kind of a drifty, floaty state, like a heightened state of consciousness. And then I'm going to ask a question and we're going to see what comes in.
Okay.
And there's no pressure because sometimes something will come in. Sometimes nothing right now, but later on, you're doing some mundane activity, you're washing the dishes, you're taking a shower, you're going for a walk, something might pop in later. And information comes in different ways. Like sometimes we get an inner knowing, like a feeling. Sometimes we see words or we hear words. It might be song lyrics or like a symbol of something. You're like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So just being open. And with the breath, we're going to take a total of 40 deep breaths in a particular way. And then I'm going to have us expel all the air out of our body and hold on empty for about a minute and a half. And if at any time you need to take a tiny little sip of air, you can go, but do your best to hold on empty. And then after we do that, I'm going to guide us to take a great big inhale and then squeeze our body for about 20 seconds. I'm guiding us through each and every step of the way. I just wanted to explain it up front. For those that are listening to this podcast, you can do it along with us. And then I'll open up the question, and those that are listening might get their own answer on the other side of this as well. So
Okay.
it could be a group thing. So you're going to begin by crossing the right ankle over the left, bringing the right wrist over the left. Interlace your fingers with your thumbs down, and then put your hands right in between your thighs at your lap. So if that feels too uncomfortable on your wrists, you can just rest one wrist over the other, right over left, without the fingers interlaced, and just put the hands down in the lap. Okay, so we're going to take 10 deep breaths, and then we're going to switch the crossing of the arms. Then we're going to switch the crossing of the legs after 10 more breaths. And then we're going to switch the arms after 10 breaths. When we do these cross body positions, it again gets the hemispheres of the brain activated. So again, we're eliminating both sides. Or we're going to use a powerful breath in and out of the mouth. Imagine that you have one of those boba straws, like a big thick straw, and we're going to use the belly like a pump. So it's pretty vigorous breath, breathing in and out. And I'll guide us through each and every step. Let's begin. That should be about 5. Okay, lick your lips, swallow, uncross your arms, put your left wrist over the right, thumb down, interlace your fingers, hands to lap. 10 more breaths. Let's go. Okay, lick your lips, swallow, switch the crossing of the legs, left over right. You might be getting lightheaded. That is normal. Let's
Okay.
go. Okay, one more deep breath in. Exhale all of the breath out. And I forgot the last side, so we got to do 10 more. So switch the arms. I was like, wait a minute, the wrong arm is on top. So last 10 breaths. Let's go. Keep the left ankle on top, right wrist on top. Let's go. Now, one more deep breath in. Exhale all of the breath out. Close your eyes. Now, even though your throat is locked, relax the muscles around that a little bit. We're holding on empty. Remind your brain that you are hyper oxygenated. You may feel some compression at your chest. Lift your chest. Roll your shoulders back a little bit. Bring your awareness down to your feet, keeping this body's position. Wiggle your toes, relax your feet a bit. Relax your lower legs. Keeping this posture, see if you can relax your thighs a little bit, your buttocks a little bit. Create space in your belly and your internal organs. Drape your shoulders away from your ears. Relax your upper arms, your forearms, keeping your fingers interlaced. See if you can relax your hands a little bit. Bring your awareness up to your jaw, softening your jaw. We're getting close now, softening your mouth, relaxing your cheeks, the space between your eyebrows, your forehead, every hair on your head, and your ears. In about 10 seconds, we're going to take a giant breath in through the mouth, making an O shape. Let's do that now. Great big inhale. Hold the top of that breath and squeeze. Push the oxygen towards your brain. Flex your ankles. Pull your toes up towards your shin bones. Push your hands towards one another. Squeeze your thighs and your butt and your strong core. Pull your shoulders down into that core. Scrunch up your face like you're tasting a sour lemon. Hold and squeeze everything that you can as tight as you can. Again, squeeze your butt and your thighs for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Soften that energy now. Let your breath normalize. So we're going to stay in that cross-body position. So you're going to have your left ankle on top, right wrist on top. But if you like, you can release the finger interlacing and just have the one wrist on top. And then with your eyes closed, I'm going to have you look up 20 degrees, getting back towards that alpha brain state. And I'm going to ask you a question and have you wait a full 4 minutes. Sometimes you get multiple messages, and sometimes things come through at the very last second. So even if something does come through, I'm going to wait for 4 minutes and then I'll tell you to open your eyes. So go ahead and relax your eyes in their sockets now. And here's the question. In order to have a safe, mutual, loving, respectful, romantic relationship where you can be fully yourself, and in order to be safe and open to receiving that love, what do you need to see or hear or know or understand? So, in order to have that love and to feel safe and open to receiving that love, what do you need to see or hear or know or understand? I'll let you know when it's been 4 minutes. And those that are listening at home, you can do this now as well. Okay. Go ahead and open your eyes, roll out your wrists, roll out your ankles. And if you'd like to have water, if you have any water nearby, you're welcome to have a sip. So like I said, no pressure. Sometimes stuff doesn't come through right now, but it just starts things percolating and then maybe later something comes, but did anything happen to come through?
Yes, that I am safe where I'm at and that there's no need to try to control anything. Like it's gonna find me when it finds me. So be in a relaxed state. There was a lot of thoughts that came through, but that was the cliff notes of what was came in.
Do you want to share anything else about it? Any of the other
No, it
ones
was
that,
it was more like your body needs to be relaxed with the knowing. Like
okay.
it is it is arriving regardless of what I do. I just have to be accepting of
Awesome. I was getting body chills when you were talking, like truth bumps.
it.
The next thing that we do is create action steps. So maybe part of that is like doing the things that help your body stay relaxed, and that might be connected to self-care. So, what are some things that remind your body to stay relaxed and being like trusting, at ease with yourself?
Yes. Um, like going to sit out in the sun
Mhm.
on a beautiful day, or taking a bubble bath, or listening to some instrumental music that's relaxing. Those are self care things that I do to get in a my body in a state of relaxation.
Yeah. So let's think, are there any other action steps? Um, Perhaps it's doing things out in public that are things that you really enjoy and like.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for example, the you described being around a campfire with the marshmallows. So that might be an outdoorsy type that would like something like that. Like maybe there's a hiking group and you join a hiking group with other people and get to meet people that like stuff like that. So what would be some things that you could do? Or maybe now's not the time and the what you got was just like just chill, just wait. Like what do you think? You tell me.
Yes, I actually think I'm to just sit and wait. Well,
Okay.
sit and wait to some degree.
Just relax. Yeah. Just be easy
Yes,
with yourself.
because I feel like I have been doing.
Okay.
And I think that may have been part of it, trying too
Okay.
hard.
Okay. So instead of trying too hard, it's just more of a being at ease inside of myself.
Yeah, being in the present moment,
Okay.
but with that feeling of
Yeah.
the marshmallows and the fire scent.
Yeah. Just being in a relaxed state, being with the knowing.
Yeah.
Anything else that feels important as we shift out of the session into your life based on what we worked on today? Does anything stand out as a reminder for yourself or
Um, I feel like the visuals that I made
Mhm.
are those mind movies that you referred to. I can I can still sense those, and I feel like I built my order, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I built a bear,
yeah, totally,
and,
totally.
and now I'm just waiting for it to be delivered.
I love
And
that.
yes,
I was working with a woman one time where there was like a case at work of like sexual misconduct that she was connected with. And she was living like in a dark place and she wanted like she hadn't been working because of this court case and stuff. And she wanted a new job where she could like go into the office 30% of the time, and then the rest could be online. And she wanted lots of light, and she wanted to have a dog, and she had such rich picture. And then 3 months later, she reached out to me and she's like the court case ended in my favor. I moved into a place with tons of light. I have a golden retriever, and I got a job that allows me 30% of the time to go into the office and the rest is remote. And she's like, it was just freaking amazing. Like
Yes.
sometimes it's like really specific and it's like, whoa, it's like, it's,
Well, I hope to report the same back to
I
you.
know. You got to reach out to me if it does, or we have to have part two and you come back on and you share the next part of
Yes.
the story.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being open and just sharing your experience and your visions. They're so beautiful and rich. And I wish you all the best that love and life have to offer in the world at the right, most beautiful timing for you. And I hope to hear back.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this experience.
Absolutely. Thanks for being on, and thank you everybody for listening.